What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Now, last night, Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy upset the once dominant Viking Raiders for the Raw Tag Team Championship, astonishing fans with a shock title change just before the Royal Rumble. So what gives? Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at why Rollins and Murphy won the tag titles, and some other news as WWE Snubs CM Punk, Braun Strowman talks the IC title and fighting The Fiend, Matt Hardy teases departure after Raw, Daniel Bryan shares secret regarding his hair loss storyline, and it wasn't supposed to happen, and is Kane in the Royal Rumble. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. But let's get straight into why Rollins and Murphy won the tag titles, as we have 6 reasons why. Number 1, to get Murphy over. One of the biggest and probably most obvious reasons for the win was to get Buddy Murphy over. There's no denying that Murphy is a talented worker, as seen with his short programs against Roman Reigns and Aleister Black, particularly the latter where both men worked strong style matches that often stole the show. The problem is that a wrestler can't get over if they keep losing, which is what happened with Murphy in both cases. This brings us to our next reason. Number 2, Murphy passed the test. While this is a little bit of speculation, it's long been established that Vince McMahon likes to job potential stars to see how they handle things, and in Murphy's case, he's been jobbing a lot, albeit doing so to main eventers like Roman Reigns and rising stars Aleister Black. Murphy did his part, now Vince is rewarding him with a tag team title run alongside a main eventer. Number 3, to get Rollins' faction over. As meaningless as titles are in the WWE, particularly on Raw where the WWE Champion rarely defends his belt and the Women's Champion isn't far behind, most favour a faction with titles more than one without. At one point, the OC's members had the US Championship and Raw Tag Team Championship, making them look dominant even if it didn't last, and the WWE likely believes the only way Seth Rollins' faction will get over is with some gold around their waists. Number 4. There's no singles gold for Rollins to win. So why did the WWE choose Seth Rollins as Buddy Murphy's tag team partner? That's the biggest question fans are asking since Seth's faction has an established tag team in it with the AOP. Yeah, it makes 0 sense for a faction's resident tag team to sit on the sidelines while 2 single stars with no prior experience challenge for the titles. But here's why though, Seth Rollins is not positioned for any singles championships right now. The WWE has done Seth vs Brock Lesnar to death and no one wants to see it again. Furthermore, the WWE seems to be heading for a big money, at least in their eyes, match between Lesnar and Kane Velasquez at WrestleMania 36. As for the United States Championship, that belt is being saved for Andrade vs Humberto Carrillo. While there was speculation Vince McMahon had soured on Carrillo, that doesn't appear so now. With singles titles closed off, Rollins, who is undeniably the star of his group, needed some gold, even if it is tag team gold. Rollins' history as a tag team champion doesn't make his win suspect. In fact, he's been tag team champion with none other than 4 different wrestlers. And after all, how prestigious is a faction if its leader isn't wearing a title belt? Number 5. The Raw team booked themselves into a corner with the Viking Raiders. Sadly, the WWE's record booking its Raw tag teams has been awful, and the Viking Raiders' run has been no exception. Consider this, the Raiders debuted on Raw last April with dominant wins, but largely against enhancement talent. This was the standard operation procedure for most of their run-up until their win over Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Even after, they battled jobbers, rarely defending the titles. After the OC defeated the Viking Raiders at Crown Jewel, the WWE seemed to realize they may want to put their tag team champions in competitive matches, hence their win at Survivor Series over the Undisputed Era and the New Day, and subsequent wins over the OC and the Street Profits. However, the dominant wins left the Viking Raiders with no apparent opponents other than the AOP, so apparently the WWE felt they had little choice but to have them drop the belts. There's also the argument that the WWE built up the Viking Raiders to make Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy's win look impressive, but as we'll see next, that's just bad booking. And number 6, Hotshot Booking. With the 20th January Raw being the last episode before the Royal Rumble, the WWE wanted to shock the fans with a big surprise, and what's more surprising than seeing a title change hands? Granted, the Raw Tag Team Championship doesn't mean much, but a title change is still a title change, right? The WWE is still looking to make Raw a must-see show, and somebody thought a quick title switch was the way to get people talking. It obviously got people talking, but they're talking about what a stupid idea it was, with the Viking Raiders going from being Raw's Superman team to losing it to a hastily thrown tag team. Worse, Buddy Murphy, as talented as he is, has been largely a mid-card act with 0 notable wins against any significant opponents. It's just not believable seeing a guy drop 3 straight matches to Aleister Black, not to mention past losses to Roman Reigns, then join up with Seth Rollins for the first time and win the Red Brand's tag team titles from a dominant team. If the WWE wanted to make the Viking Raiders look weak, they couldn't have done a better job. If they wanted to turn the AOP into a meaningless component of Seth Rollins' faction, they succeeded beyond expectations. There are good reasons for the title switch, but the WWE went about it the wrong way. You don't throw a team together and have them beat tag team champions who have previously defeated every significant team, at least not without putting them in some matches and building them up as a team. It's likely the WWE will have Rollins say that he took a loser like Buddy Murphy and turned him into a champion just by Murphy becoming his disciple. That may make sense if you're Vince McMahon, but it's hard to imagine many fans feeling the same way, especially when it's done at the expense of a potentially great tag team, the Viking Raiders. But those were our reasons on why the Raw Tag Team Championships changed hands last night, and we hope now it makes a little bit more sense. Next up, the WWE Snubs CM Punk. WWE Backstage will be airing tonight with guest Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch. WWE on Fox posted a graphic on Twitter but failed to show the straight-edged superstar CM Punk. Now you might be thinking that Punk isn't scheduled for tonight's show, hence why they've omitted him from the graphic, but no, he is appearing tonight, as a user asked whether he'll be there, and WWE on Fox replied, yes he will be. Surely Fox and WWE would want to bring in more viewers onto the show by letting them know Punk will be there. It's pretty strange why they omitted him, but it could be down to his recent tweet. It's possible he may not be on good terms with the WWE, but word is nobody cared about the tweet. So what gives? Why leave him out of the graphic? Next up, Braun Strowman talks IC title and fighting The Fiend. Braun Strowman recently spoke with the Dallas Morning News' Joey Hayden, and wrestling's monster among men discussed how much winning the Intercontinental Championship would mean to him. It would be an absolute honor to even represent the Intercontinental Championship, with so many greats in the past that have been able to represent it and bring prestigious merit to that title. I think it would be a great fit and an awesome way to get my foot in the door on carrying a singles title and showing the world where I belong. When asked whether he'd like to face The Fiend, Strowman answered, there's a lot of backstory and history between us, being that Bray Wyatt is pretty much the sole reason that the monster among men is what he is today, bringing him in with the Wyatt family, and him being my mentor, my sensei. Sometimes the student has to one day show the sensei who the boss is. Would you guys like to see The Fiend go up against the monster among men? Next up, Matt Hart teases his departure after Raw. Now Matt Hardy's contract is officially up on 1st March 2020, and if he doesn't re-sign, he'll be free to join whatever promotion he wishes. AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, the list is endless. Whilst he and the WWE could agree on terms to renew, it's believed that money isn't the issue, and rather his recent booking, which has been atrocious as of late. Over the past month or so, Hardy has returned only to put younger stars over, taking clean losses. Again, don't get us wrong, it'd be nice for some younger talent to get the rub from a win, but at this point, getting wins over the former tag champ mean nothing if he's constantly being buried in the promotion. Now even Matt has had enough, and he's taken to Twitter to vent his frustration, which indicated he could be finally done with the WWE and moving on. He tweeted, "Wow, thanks for all the love and support from around the world. I'm trending number 17 worldwide because of my WWE slump and string of Raw television losses. Hope you're enjoying my WWE TV appearances. At this rate, there won't be many more." Matt has also changed his Twitter handle to Matt Hardy in Limbo, another indication to show he's an afterthought in the company. Next up, Daniel Bryan shares the secret regarding his hair loss, and it wasn't supposed to happen. Now fans will recall that just after the Survivor Series pay-per-view, The Fiend pulled down Daniel Bryan under the ring, choking him until clumps of his hair started spewing out from under the ring. Many believed that the hair was fake. However, Bryan revealed in an interview with Nick Talbot at the San Antonio Express News that the hair was indeed real and was indeed his own. In fact, him coming back with a shorter cut and hardly any beard wasn't actually originally planned. Bryan stated that 2 barbers were under the ring to cut the hair. However, since they were in a small dark space underneath the ring, one of the barbers accidentally cut too much hair. This led to the leader of the Yes Movement having a 45-minute haircut after the show to salvage any of his long locks, but sadly they couldn't be saved, leading to him just shaving it off all for his return. So Bryan's current look, harkening back to his days as the American Dragon, really wasn't supposed to happen. And lastly, Kane in the Royal Rumble. Yes, the Big Red Machine might be adding another appearance to his already impressive record for the most Rumble appearances, which is so far at 19, and if he appears this Sunday, it'll be 20. Now Kane has not been announced officially just yet, but according to a report from PW Insider, Kane is set to be at the Rumble. However, there is no word on whether he's competing, as he could just be backstage for all we know. Would you guys like to see Kane in the Rumble? Let us know in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.